Greetings from parts unknown. My name is Sonny Sofrito, and today I am joined by,
The blue-haired glamazon, Tara Marie.
and I'm also joined by,
The greatest general manager in Yep, I Like Wrestling history. Hello, Tara.
You're the only GM
I
in Yep, I
am.
Like Wrestling history.
Not true, just the best.
no, you're the only one.
You go.
We're retconning. We're rewriting history.
Can he be like
Who was the other one?
What was that child's name? The girl,
Steffi?
Steffi, Roger, and what was
Yeah,
the
but
big
dude, that
black
was
one's name?
like, who?
The big black one, the tall one, the scary one.
You.
Oh, you're hysterical, but I'm not doing this with you. No, there was another black man. They were GMs too.
Huh.
No, they were supposed to take it, but then they didn't take it because remember we kind of like fooled them
We
all.
swerved them, but there was
Yeah.
a guy who we really screwed out of it.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Chris
I
Black?
know. No, oh, shout out to Chris Black if you're listening. One of my favorite.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about Yep on the Street. That was a great episode.
Thank you. Thank
Go
you.
back to our YouTube channel and check it out. We're at
Best
youtube.com/YEP.
episode. The
Yeah,
best.
18 men named Chris came through. It was it was very shocking.
And
Yes.
that link again is youtube.com/YEPILW. Go check
was
out our Yep on the Street. It was
The
pretty
other
good.
guy, Yaz. Right?
Oh,
Yaz.
Yalitzo.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was like, just call me Yaz at this point. Like.
He follows me on Facebook. Hello, how are you, sir? out
Yalitzo,
there?
what's up, buddy?
I'm not really good with the adding on the Facebooks because I get a lot of like requests on Facebook, I guess, because of the group or whatever. But like if they follow me on Instagram, I'm way more friendly. Facebook's more like that's for my grandma. Like, yeah. That's
You
how
know
out
what?
to ages.
I've seen some of your posts. I don't think that shouldn't be for your grandmother.
Listen, boobs feed children, okay? So if I have some cleavage, it's fine. We're gonna
Shout
feed the
out
babies.
to Milk. Do tell your grandmother I said hello, please.
I will.
I miss
will.
her.
Her triple bypass score and all. She's still in the club. Yes, right? Puerto Rican values.
Moving on.
You don't want to talk about being drunk?
Nah, I'm good.
You're good?
Not,
Okay.
Nah, I'm good.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I'm
Hello,
good.
Sonny.
Can we
How
play
are
the
you?
audio of Sonny?
Nope.
In the words of Roger, there is archival footage.
On these internets, as he
Yes,
said.
on these
Follow me on
internets.
Instagram if you want the footage of Sonny
No,
being a little...
no, do not follow her. Do not post it up.
It's lit.
It's good. If they saw it when they saw it, cool. If they didn't,
When
too
he
bad.
tries to fire us, just keep it just in case, just for backup.
Got it.
When he tries to,
What do you mean when I try or when I
when he-
do?
No, when he tries to level up and get someone younger than you and I. That's
Oh,
when we
God,
come
that's
at.
so easy because I feel like I'm
Yeah.
so old.
You go ahead and bring another gay man on this podcast. Watch what the fuck happens to you. I will shut all of this down.
Shut it all down.
I've given you the best minutes of my life. Don't fuck with me, son.
Like,
Don't
why
do
is
this.
Parts Unknown on fire?
I will burn it down like Seth Rollins.
Oh,
Ooh,
you want to
see?
be
Really?
like Seth?
See what I did there?
Yeah. Is it because he's so greasy that he burns it down? He just
He's
starts like...
gotten less greasy.
Wow. Oh.
That and also in the last episode, I told Teddy to go back to his country and run for queen.
Oh, see. Shout out to England, the best place on earth except Hooters.
That would never have a black queen.
No.
Sorry,
Well, we do.
Sarah.
We might.
Well,
Yeah, really?
We might. Meghan
How?
Markle.
How?
She's
How?
African American.
Okay,
Meghan Markle.
and how many people have to not make it? for
hey,
her?
plane crashes happen every
Yes.
day.
Shout out to tunnels all through England.
Oh, yo,
No.
dude.
No.
Those
it's
are the
my
thoughts and
country.
opinions
oh my
of
God, we haven't
Teddy,
even
and
started.
I
they
love you,
do
Princess
not.
Di.
They do not represent the thoughts and opinions
Well,
of Yep, I
this
Like
is
Wrestling,
starting
Sonny
off.
Sofrito, or Tara Marie.
I love her.
It's my country. I can say what I like.
Listen, I love cookies. They annoy me, but I'm not gonna talk shit about them on the
Ah,
podcast. Like,
Jesus.
So, shall we talk about the Monday wrestling program?
nope.
Yes.
Oh. Split
Let's talk
decision.
about we're talking about the
How did it start? Go ahead, Teddy. Tell us how it started.
with Roman Reigns.
you know what? Actually, let's talk about something else.
Ah,
There you go. See, I feel like I'll talk about Barry Corbin though.
looks good. He's a stud.
So I figured it out.
All I was thinking about waiter.
No, I figured it out. If he comes out in shoes, he's not gonna wrestle. But if you see a hint of a boot or a wrestling boot, he's about to get it popping.
Figured it out.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like when
well,
Puerto Ricans put Vaseline all over their face. Like,
Oh.
you already know it's about to get popping.
Yeah, very true.
Shout out to Gun Hill Road.
Shout out to Tara's back pocket.
Oh.
So go ahead, Teddy. Talk about Roman.
He took on Baron Corbin.
Bing, time's out.
You can hate
And
the
you're
match
done.
all you want. It was a good match. It was a good match, Sonny.
He works hard. He works hard.
They both do.
That's,
It was a good match.
he works hard.
It went on a little too long, and then we had Finn Balor come out.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny because like it was almost as if they kind of did a little heelish on the heel,
Yes.
but it played well.
It was a tag team. Shout out to Pornhub. It was the two of
Oh,
them against
no.
Baron Corbin, and I was here for it. I was listening. I was wide awake.
I was there for it.
I was there for it. I was wide awake until Bobby Roode came out. So yes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode put you to sleep, but not Mojo Rawley.
Mojo Rawley is a stud. I'm getting firmly behind him. You see what I did there just then, Sonny? You see that? I have my full support behind Mojo Rawley.
To the listeners, do you feel my pain?
No, he does not. Cause he's tall too. I think he's taller than you.
He's a stud.
Yeah, he's taller than you.
He's a
Like
stud.
he's
Once he changed up the look,
That's not Poppy.
This is what JR wanted Cena to do once upon a time. He wanted Cena to ditch the jorts. That's jean shorts for all you people out there. Get some black tights, dirty up a bit. This is what he wanted for John Cena. John Cena never did it. Mojo's cashing in. I think it's going to work for him.
I mean, the stuff that John Cena was supposed to do was supposed to be even more elaborate than that because he had like all these ring robes and everything else. But I mean,
it wouldn't look right on him.
no,
to
but
me.
obviously
Because we're
because
so
we never
used
got
to it.
exactly. That's exactly the point.
But he's toned down so much. He's toned down.
No, he has. But the thing
From
is that
Thugonomics?
he was gonna come out on a whole like Ric Flair type of level, which would have been perfect given that it was when he was approaching the tying of the record because he tied it, right?
I mean, he already has the receding hairline.
I thought he surpassed it by one.
No, he didn't surpass it.
Then he tied it then.
He tied it.
Okay.
He tied it.
Yeah.
He didn't break it
Okay, so 16.
because they would have made a bigger thing about
Okay.
it.
So yeah. But no, I think Mojo has something in him.
But oh god,
I don't believe. Well,
Jesus.
It's
I
not
was-
you.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's not you, unfortunately.
But I'm happy that they've ditched him. They've ditched Zack Ryder. And I think, we got some good things coming out of Mojo. I really do.
Well, the thing is that it goes back to something I continue to say over and over. It's about nuance. They tweak certain things about his attire and it's working. Now he's coming off a lot better. So yeah,
He looks so much like Kervin. It's almost scary.
yeah, he does.
does.
Yeah,
We've never seen those two
so
in
you
the same
just
place.
said that Mojo Rawley was a stud,
Yes.
and then you said he looks like Curvin.
Yes.
yeah. So
I'm
I was actually kind of wondering about that shit myself because I'm like,
I'm out. Good night, guys. See you later.
Kervin, if you're listening, do not put those two together. Those two things have nothing to do with each other.
we'll see about that.
I only have eyes for one podcast host. Speaking of which, where is your brother? He won't return any of my text messages. Where
I gave
is
him the
he?
wrong directions to parts of home.
Oh, see, yes, I've been
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Shout
he
out to
was-
Ruby.
He was getting a little too comfortable, so
You sabotaged your brother?
yes, I did.
Oh shit.
Yes, I did. I mean, I love him, but
She showgirled him.
this is my show.
You threw some marbles on the floor and showgirled him is what you did.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out to showgirls.
Shout out to ladies figure skating.
Oh my God.
That's what I did.
Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding have never been so entertaining.
I just pictured Ruby at his house going, why? Why?
After the Swiffer hits him,
Yes,
yes,
I will be Tanya.
Instead of a crowbar, it was a Swiffer.
It was a Swiffer.
A Swiffer to the knee.
Shout out to Ruby if you're listening. We
He's
miss
not.
you.
He's not. He's not able to. He's gone.
Oh wow. That was a very Silence of the Lambs type way she said
Meh.
that. Like he's
Right?
in a well under her house.
I just totally pictured like she did a freaking
Shout out.
Michael Sofrito and shit.
Shout out to University of Albany.
A horse head in his bed, poor thing.
So let's move on to something that Teddy's gonna
We
be.
move from horse heads to jackasses. Bobby Lashley interrupted Elias.
I kind of like the gimmick that Elias has the whole film crew doing the
It's good.
documentary. I'm feeling that.
It's good. It's very Miz.
This man could pee on a priest, and you would think that was good. You have loved Elias since he got here, and you're refusing to see that the man is terrible.
Yo, dude. You almost choked on my drink.
Okay, so like
You are
Sonny is the type of guy that when he invests in a gimmick, he wholeheartedly invests in a gimmick. This is a man who was at Mimo Sports Bar in a sheep mask because he was a part of the Wyatt family in his brain, and he had a lantern. So
He did.
when you tell me that he's like really into Elias, I get it because he just invests himself completely, and once he's down with a gimmick, it's hard to break him out of it. So good luck. I got nothing.
I'm walking with Elias.
Yes,
We know.
You've been doing it. What episode are we on? 99? Yes, we know. You've been walking with Elias forever. You're just blind to the fact that this is going no. And once you get with Bobby Lashley, you know it goes nowhere. You know that, right, Sonny?
Oh, we'll
You know
see.
that, right?
We'll see. Let's see if Bobby Lashley kind of gets a little bit better because
He's had so many years. When is it gonna happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He's too cookie cutter good guy for WWE nowadays. I think that's what it is. That's why he
It's
doesn't
just
fit.
sad because WWE is pretty cookie cutter.
Yes.
Not really. I mean, they try to do a lot of shades of gray with different characters that they have, even though some of it's not that good. But
Well, that shade of black is boring the shit out of me, and I can't take him anymore with his fucking hat. Oh, God, I thought the headband was boring. The hat's even more boring. Like,
headband and
he's
hat.
like a graham cracker, just dry, boring, and brown.
He's
just,
a weak graham character.
Oh, God.
Jesus,
You guys ever ate a rice cake?
yeah.
Yes.
That's what the fuck Bobby Lashley is, a rice cake. Just
Is he
nothing.
like a chocolate one?
Yeah, no, because chocolate would have more personality. He's just a rice cake.
Oh, he's a naked mole rat.
He's,
Heard you.
Jesus Christ.
Just boring and white.
Tell me how you really feel.
I was told that our podcast is raunchy.
We are the South Park of podcasts.
Yes, we are.
Yep, we are.
Oh, you know what?
You see what
Yep,
you did
we
there?
are. You know what? Props. You get a high five.
Yes, I did it.
That's
Wait.
called branding.
Another one. They can't see.
No, but they want to. I want them to hear.
Oh, great.
There we go. Yeah, give me the.
Sounds dirty.
Only if it keeps smacking.
Yeah, if it kept going, we were
At a
like,
faster rate.
Listen, Vacant. Listen, Vacant, you gotta get out of
Yes.
here.
Oh, shout out
shit.
to. I can't still say his name. He told me not to say his name on this terrible
He
podcast.
We'll just say
listens.
anonymous.
Yes. But he's listening. He listens to this terrible podcast. Yes.
Oh, so he was like the GM for a while too when it was vacant? Okay, cool.
He calls me that around the house. Excuse me, Mr. General Manager. Can I have some juice? Like, don't fucking call me that in this house.
You like it. You like it a little bit though.
damn
you put
it.
a little pep in your step. Get the juice faster.
Oh, God. Saying my catchphrases all around the house. Anyway, speaking of black men who won't leave me alone, Titus O'Neil took on one half of the AOP,
Oh, go ahead. That's all you, puppy.
and I was half erect the entire time. Yes.
You don't like the You don't like that? You're not down for it?
No.
No? Okay.
All right. So you know what? Please don't slide out of your chair because we have equipment and that I paid
Too late.
thousands of pennies for.
Too late.
One of the guys from the AOP has an amazing future ahead of him, and
You just can't tell which one it is.
I just really don't know which one it is.
Shout out to racism.
No, I you know what?
Do all colored people look alike to you, Sonny? Is that where this is going?
Oh, really? You gonna start
Right
this
now,
shit
he's
again?
like butter pecan Rican though. He's not that white.
I'm not. Trust me, I'm far from it.
Yeah. He's a little lobstery. It depends. Like,
Oh,
he's
lobstery?
drinking.
What
He's
type of
drinking.
shit?
You pink right now, my man.
I'm not pink.
So why is it one of the AOP is not doing it for you?
I'm trying to. I want to say is Rezar. Wait, Rezar was the one that was in the ring, right?
Rezar fought on Monday, yes.
So, I think Akam has an amazing future ahead of him because it was the way he was walking to the ring. He has a presence about him that Rezar doesn't, and it's a thing where I've seen it with different wrestlers that they just it's like a it's almost kind of like a quiet charisma. Oh Jesus!
Yes, I'm listening, Sonny. Talk slower, though. Yes.
You did it to yourself.
Yeah, I realized that. But to get through my point, I should just mute his fucking mic. But
I'm agreeing with you. This is what I'll get for agreeing with him.
yeah, you're agreeing. But
Dirty
it's-
agreeing.
it's very dirty. Yeah, exactly. Extremely dirty agreeing.
Tara, how do you feel about the AOP?
Man,
Really?
That's
I got edited the last time that I started to talk about them, so I'm not
It's good-
doing this.
That's because they reminded her of exes from uptown.
Oh,
Her exes, they used to sell hookahs on the street and shit.
I'm not doing this with y'all.
Shout out to exes everywhere. And
No.
all restraining orders.
That-
Really, though? Which, Jinder Mahal, and I use this in air quotes, defeated Braun Strowman.
It was a hot mess. I think it was so corny. Like,
All they're doing is basically just feeding the tease that they're gonna do with KO and Braun Strowman at SummerSlam. That's basically what they're doing. It's kind of fucked up because what they're doing with a lot of these matches, and we're gonna get to some of the other ones, is that they're sacrificing one of the talents in the ring to further another storyline that's really taken away from the talent that they're doing it with. You know, so it's like, all right, cool, we get it. Jinder doesn't really have much to go on right now, but at the same time, you're kind of lessening him in the eyes of the crowd even more by just using him as a prop. You know, they're doing the same thing with Zelina Vega and Cien.
Cien almost.
And Cien Almas with Rusev, Aiden English, and Lana. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But it's
Okay.
I'm dying for SummerSlam. The lead up isn't that great, but the matches at SummerSlam I'm actually looking forward to.
I really want to believe that we do not live in a time when Vince McMahon put the belt on Jinder Mahal simply because we were going to India. And that's what it feels like to me, because nothing has happened to this man since they stripped him of that belt. So I'm trying to say, please tell me that Vince didn't do that just to cash in on some money.
Gangsta.
Because Jinder Mahal has not even, I can't even say he's coasted. He is almost, he's one step above wrestling on Velocity. Does everyone remember Velocity?
Wow.
Yes. Okay, and that's my thing with him. Now let's move on to Braun Strowman.
Wait, one little thing I want to say about Jinder Mahal.
What was that?
His fucking theme song is dope.
There are many things
Yo,
about
every
him
time-
that are good.
Every time he comes out, I start bopping my head. I'm just like,
His
That's 'cause
entrance
you
is good.
frequent bodegas. That's why.
Oh, shout out to the Heights. His
shout
entrance is
out to all of New York City, actually. but yeah, Braun Strowman.
Except Staten Island.
Is that still a place?
Exactly.
Honestly, I never really think about Staten
I've
Island.
never even been there.
I've been there. I've been there because for a funeral.
No, okay. Well,
Yo, that-
Braun Strowman.
That's where they bury people.
That's why they're burying him. Buried.
So, okay. Braun Strowman likes to lift things.
He lifts things up and puts them down.
We've been doing this for how many years now? At what point do we realize, he can't wrestle?
No, but he hasn't been out that long.
He's been lifting things,
And putting them down.
and the crowd has been cheering, and that's all he's done.
Well, now
he has
he's
yet
like-
to put on a match.
He's like lifting and taking and following
I
Kevin
mean,
Owens.
his in ring, he's a monster. I mean, his in ring isn't going to be
Flip the whole
amazing.
stage.
But I mean, I think he's done some okay stuff. I'm not giving him a pass by any means, but
At what point does he have to put on a match?
You don't, because Vince is like, "Oh, you big? Yes, do it."
yeah,
That's
not yet.
disgusting.
That's exactly.
I
that's
can't stand men looking at each other. That's fucking gross. But at some point, this man, it's fucking gross.
I have no idea where
Yeah,
this is going.
shout out to
Okay.
Glad. I can't stand him. At some point, this man is going to have to put on a match. At some point.
Yeah,
But when though?
Thank you. That's my thing. Like,
Maybe SummerSlam. I doubt it though.
no.
by that time he'll be. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Be chubbier. That's what it'll be. I don't know.
Moving on.
So
The
Daddy,
B team.
God.
we're not
Oh.
talking about no.
All right, so I did.
We're not doing the B team because we're not doing the B team right now because I'm gonna need you to respect that Dolph Ziggler had a match before them, and you're not
B-team.
you're not gonna skip over that. Thank you very
we
much.
can skip both of them for me.
No,
So the cutest thing happened the other day
you
in the
just
castle.
said Seth Rollins was growing on you.
I don't recall those
Yeah,
words
yeah,
at
yeah.
all.
He's not as greasy. That's what you said. That means he's growing on you.
That was me? Who said
Yep,
that?
yep. That's what you said.
I'm high. Don't listen to me. So the cutest thing happened the other day in the castle. The B team came out, and then the revival came out, and my boyfriend said, "Damn, they look like Arn Anderson." I said, "Oh, that's the cutest thing I've ever heard." Like, yes,
Mr. Anonymous.
yes.
You get props from me.
I'll
Shout
allow
out to
it.
you.
I'll allow it.
You have an actual boyfriend?
I
though?
do have an actual.
Are you stating that
boyfriend.
you are off the market?
Didn't say that. See, you like putting shit in my mouth. You like putting things in my mouth, Tara.
Not as much as vacant.
Oh,
Shout out to STDs. Thank you for that.
Oh my god. This is why people don't want to listen. Because they're like, y'all are so raunchy. And I'm like, it's Teddy's fault. It's not me.
All right,
But yeah,
so
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 the
Dolph
beats-
Ziggler was looking like a snack with his belt. Thank you very much.
we're not gonna avoid that. So let's just let her
You're
get it out of her
not, you're
system.
not,
So
you're
yeah,
not.
go ahead. Tell us what are your thoughts on
They
that
put him
match.
in a handicap match, and even Roman was like, "Yo, I got you, dog. I'm gonna wrestle with you." And they were like, "Nah, fuck out of here. You're not gonna get a wrestle with him." And he was like, "All right, cool." So who am I gonna get as a partner? And then Seth Rollins was like, oh, I don't get a partner at all, and then he lost.
Yo, did you like watch Ant-Man? Because you sounded like freaking this dude in freaking Ant-Man.
It was like bing bong bong, and then they were like da 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 da, and then Baron Corbin got hit in the ribs because of Roman again. It was cute, but Roman was willing to like wrestle again twice in a row in a night. That's a thing for you, no?
I do like when a man can go twice in one night.
You see? And he
Moving
tried.
on.
Shout out to Mandy
Wow,
Rose.
Y'all some haters. Stop it!
What?
Moving
Transgender
on.
what? I'm sorry, I missed that last part.
Speaking of transgenders, the B team.
Oh, shit.
Since y'all want to go there, make fun of Dolph Ziggler.
So, I want to tell you. So, we're going to move on to the next segment that happened on Raw that I got to tell you, the memes that came out about it was just fucking amazing.
For the first time, I was interested in a Raw segment.
See what you
See
did
what
there.
I did there? See what I did there? Shout out to Bareback Sex.
God.
Paul
Mountain.
Heyman needs to give a master class in on-camera acting. Pull up a chair, Bellas. Pull up a chair, Bobby Lashley. This is how you do an on-air segment. Just like that.
And Lana.
And the Emmy
Pull up a chair, Lana.
and
Yes.
the Emmy for the best supporting actor in a TV series, Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman.
Yo, but here's the funny thing: the memes that came out. Yeah, I saw a meme that it was Paul Heyman and Renee, and instead of Paul Heyman's face, they put the crying Jordan on top of it.
No.
and then with the caption, "Crying Jordan and crying Paul Heyman are interchangeable."
No.
Yo, that shit had me cracking up.
I'm a Paul Heyman girl, so that hurts my heart.
He did a good job there. We're
No,
praising
yeah.
him.
No, we're praising him.
He did a great
He's
job.
a really good actor, but
No, but it was amazing. It was like, yo, honestly, I'm done with seeing crying Jordan. I want to see start crying Paul Heyman.
that's not gonna be a thing. People are dumb, and they don't appreciate
but-
this art.
No, but you see, okay, but you see, here's the thing. Our wrestling community, if we do one of those memes, we'll get it. Not everybody else will get it, but we'll get it.
I'll get it.
I've heard a lot of bot.
You could get it. I heard.
Oh,
God.
Yes.
Don't feed them.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I already got fed. See what
Oh
happens there, Sonny?
God.
Messy.
For
All the
all the
meats.
bad things I've heard about Paul Heyman, and I've heard quite a few, his on-camera work, the man knows how to give a good promo.
Yeah.
Like, he needs to literally be down in NXT teaching these up-and-comers, this is how you do it. Like,
Yeah.
Lana could take a class, the Bellas, Bobby Lashley, these people, Bailey, these people need to take classes on how to do promos like this.
It's a shame that, because he has like a marketing company and everything.
The Paul Heyman 10 booty tats.
The Heyman Hustle.
Oh, that. I
And
was talking about his like dirty.
I mean, whatever else he has going on.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he has his own businesses going on. And I wish he was working at the Performance Center because, I think we will have some of the talent coming up, being able to transcend from NXT and to WWE a lot better than they have been.
Paul Heyman's a very me kind of guy though. Like even if you watch his documentary, you're like, he knew what he wanted, he got what he wanted, he did it, and now he's kind of like, let me do all these outlets so I don't have to really work, and the money could just kind of like roll in.
I mean, that's a
Like,
smart way to do it,
he's
though.
a genius. He's
Dude,
a
yeah,
evil
the dude is-
genius.
But it
He's
does-
a very smart man.
It's true. Someone needs to take up the Dusty position. Dusty Rhodes had it before he passed away, teaching
yeah.
people how to do promos. The only other person I can think of, may he rest in peace, would be like Bobby Heenan, like how to do a promo.
Oh,
so,
my
I mean,
God.
we still got The Rock, but The Rock is never going to end up at the
no, The
Performance
Rock is
Center.
making
Nah.
millions of dollars just being his sexy self. But so Paul Heyman is the only man who I can think of who could teach these people
Oh, yeah.
how to do it, like how to work a microphone. But speaking of which,
Ruby Riott!
Jesus,
Ruby Riot's back, baby. Yeah.
she looks like a rock. I can't stand this woman. I can't deal with her. I can't.
Yeah, actually, dude, you know what? Actually, I saw her come out and I was like, yeah, you know what? She looks a little bit better.
She's not bad. She's not. She
She's
is
not bad.
She's bad. I like her. She bad. She a bad.
The crowd
She's
missed
a bad
her.
chick.
She bad.
The crowd missed her. I don't know why.
I like the way I like the way they brought her back out, though.
I like the way she
You know-
delivers. I like the way she like looks. She knows how to connect with the audience.
Yeah.
Screw you. She's great.
Oh shit.
Put her down.
It's
You know what just made me realize? You saying "screw you" to Teddy,
But
you just reminded me of the female Cartman. Screw you. And then usually you're saying, "I'm going home."
oh yeah, I won't. That's it. I
So
won't
yeah,
go.
basically you're Cartman.
Yeah, that's fine.
well.
I mean, because I'm over the Sasha Banks and Bailey nonsense.
agree with
Oh
that.
my God, I cannot wait for when they turn on each other because it's gonna be so brutal.
For the 12th time, yes.
I'm just hoping that it's Bailey, that she does another thing like, I really liked when she beat up Sasha and was like, "You ain't shit," because it was freaking vicious.
Good times.
The thing is just like, if you're gonna be that gangster, you gotta change the whole like balloons inflating when you walk up and stuff like that. It's just
I'm
not
a
thing.
hugger. Ugh.
Yeah. I tried to be a hugger one year during like that SummerSlam weekend. I wore the T-shirt, and I got sick afterwards from people hugging me.
See?
Yeah, so I was like, nah, I'm
Nothing
good.
comes from touching people.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm so good.
Nothing.
I'm totally
She
good.
was hugging it until she had syphilis.
Oh, shout out to
No.
syphilis.
We're not talking about Newark right now.
Making Mandy Rose interesting for years.
Yo, those are the thoughts and opinions
Oh,
of Teddy.
Stop it.
And they do not represent the
Why
thoughts
you
and
like
opinions
that?
of Yep, I Like
she
Wrestling.
Can take it, Sonny. Guess what? I have found out why Liv Morgan's tongue is blue.
Oh, did you now?
Yes, I did.
How?
She did
Lot
an
of
interview on... I'm sorry, what was this?
A lot of happy Smurfs.
Oh, gross. Shout out to oral sex.
Shout out to Gargamel.
Wait, what's that town where Avatar is?
I've never seen that movie.
Yo, me neither. That's why I
Cheers.
said, what's that town?
That makes 3 of us. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yo,
We are
we're like the
horrible
only 3 people to
Yeah.
never see Avatar?
Never seen it.
Oh, shit.
No, thank you.
Oh my god.
And that shit made a lot of money.
I think it's the most highest grossing film.
I'm not even dealing with the Avatar thing because I know we're gonna get dragged for that. Let's just
Drag
why
away.
is her tongue blue?
Her tongue is blue because each night before she goes out, she eats blue Jolly Ranchers.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
that's
She
what
did
I'm
it the first night, didn't get in trouble for it, thought she would, did not, and she's done it every night since.
Yeah.
So
Well,
there you go.
that's what happens on this podcast. If I don't get in trouble by Sonny,
You keep doing it.
I keep doing it. Yeah,
You get away with murder on
I
this
do.
podcast.
that's what it is.
Do.
I'm sorry, it's because I'm Puerto Rican. Man up.
Not really. It's because you actually remind me of a family member.
Oh, see, there it is. Boom,
Yeah.
boom. Dropping the mic.
Racist.
Gotta go.
It's all right. It's a family member that I have beat in the past.
Oh, God.
So, don't
Boy,
make
I'm
me
taller than you.
don't,
My
don't,
reach is longer. Ha.
okay, you know what? Don't make me pull off my belt.
Son, I know that your weakness is whiskey and a beer, so I'll be like, yo, Alice, come pick your man up. He's drunk.
Oh shit.
Oh, do tell Allison I miss her.
Yeah, I saw her. I miss her too.
I will.
That's a bad mamma jamma.
Thank you for that 70s reference. Thank you. Speaking of things alive in the 70s,
Alicia Fox?
yes.
Yay!
Yes.
Do I get points for that one?
Took on Ronda Rousey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you
she
can tell
did.
me something good in that match, I'll give you all the points you like.
Actually,
Lesbianism?
not doing this. We're not
nah.
doing
Natty and Rhonda? No?
Oh,
So-
Natalia.
So another friendship that I see going wrong really badly is Natalia and Rhonda.
Eventually,
Until
yes.
Natty pulls a hip.
Oh,
Oh Jesus Christ! But you know what? That match, I gotta say, I cringed a lot of times, and it wasn't because it was a bad match. I didn't think it was that bad of a match. I just think that Ronda was really gonna fucking kill Alicia Fox.
Yeah, she had like this.
Like
her
sh-
arm
sh-
drags are savage.
Yeah, it was like really, really, really brutal. Like I literally like held my arm and saying, "Oh my God, what the hell is she doing?"
She hits an arm drag like it's going out of style. Like, for God's sakes, go watch a Moolah video and learn how to do an arm drag. Like, she's gonna snap someone's arm out of the
She's
socket.
really trying to kill these people. Like,
Poor Alicia
Yeah.
Fox. And then she hit Alexa Bliss with the arm drag. It's like, yo, somebody tell her this is fake, please. She's
Turn Teddy ghetto. Teddy was like, yo!
like, she snaps him with that arm drag.
Yo, you have a
Imagine-
match. Yo, you have to take her on at SummerSlam. Save her. Relax.
Can you imagine Teddy at home, like, watching in a suit, and all of a sudden he's in a do-rag and a fit it? Like, yo!
I do have a pair of Timbs at home.
I know you do. It
I
makes me
do.
very proud.
I do.
They probably got sparkles on it.
No.
Only on the bottom.
No,
Thank
when
you.
Teddy's gangsta, he goes full gangsta.
I do. It's
he goes
my
full gangsta.
alter
Do-rag got
ego.
sparkles.
When I need attention, I do the thug thing. That's the only time I get attention.
Thugonomics.
Yes.
Okay.
It works well in Newark. Shout out to Newark.
And in Kmart.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah, no, that match though, for like a main event match, I would have never put Alicia Fox, and it's just she doesn't do anything for me.
they're making Ronda into this monster face, which I don't think is a thing. Shouldn't
Yeah,
faces overcome obstacles
Yeah,
to
but
be
they're
face?
making her a monster face. But I'm telling you right now, she's not winning the belt.
No, they would
Yeah.
be stupid to pull that belt
Yeah.
on her.
Oh, it was gangster though when she told Alexa that belt's mine. She threw a mic and the mic bounced. I was like, girl.
Yo, that costs a lot of money for that mic. Yeah, I ain't gonna front. That was the first thing I thought of because, I'm the one that's buying these mics. I'm like, yo, what the fuck you doing?
Word out. This is true.
I gotta fake throw my mic like.
Place it down
Place
gently.
it down like I'm gonna throw this mic right now. Boom. You're right.
Ronda Rousey.
You saw my hand was on my belt right now, right?
Teddy, that's for you.
Don't tempt him.
Tell
Don't tempt him.
vacant. Tell vacant, Teddy.
Speaking of punishment, shall we move on to SmackDown?
Nah.
Where Randy Orton continued his onslaught of Jeff Hardy, this time verbally.
You know what? It was actually one of Randy Orton's best promos, even though I could still care less.
Yes.
Yes.
We're not invested.
No.
We're like TD Bank. We're not investing
No.
in this. No. We're not doing this.
Jesus.
I'm invested in
What did
Jeff
TD
Hardy,
Bank do
though.
to you?
TD Bank. They're open all the time. They're the hookers of banks. I
He
can't
said
stand
it like
TD
Titty
Bank.
Bank.
Yeah, I can't
Titty
stand
Bank.
it. Breast. Oh, God.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. And I feel like that's Randy Orton's wife who's like egging him on to like ask for this time to do these things.
Funny Randy Orton story. One time he called Kelly a cunt, and I was never more proud of him. Because I've always wanted to call her that. It's 2 years.
Jesus Christ.
Don't know why I remember that story. It's just my favorite Randy Orton story. But anyhow, speaking of cunts, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair took on the Iconics.
Boring.
So
Boring.
wait. We're not going to talk about Teddy's transition?
No, it's fine.
No, let it go.
No, the Iconics booed.
I'll allow
and
it.
Said the whole audience said, boring.
Yeah, they shitted on the
Like,
Iconics when they
not
came
with
out.
They were not with it.
I mean, did you really look at that segment and that beginning of that match? Was it them or was it the crowd? Because sometimes it's the crowd, sometimes it's the segment.
And I no backstory.
And I don't know if
Well, I think the Iconics were just doing what the Iconics normally do. They were doing their own thing.
Exactly. So I think it was the crowd that was just shitting on it. I don't
agree
really
with
think
that, yeah.
I don't really think it was that they were just doing a bad job. It was
Where
just
were they?
Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh, they like the mecca of wrestling.
Yeah, but Orlando could be kind of, you have a lot of New Yorkers out there.
Oh, you're right.
So it could be very, very much like a New York crowd.
Did you see how like they shaded Sasha and Bailey?
Oh my God,
Charlotte and
that
Becky.
I
shade
like
was
that.
so crazy.
Yeah.
I like that.
What, you think we're Sasha and Bailey?
Yes, it was a good swipe.
I was
Yo.
like, okay, I'm here for this.
That was some serious shade right there.
Now, which one of the Iconics?
Hopefully that leads to them doing a fatal four-way at some point. Cause
I think it's Survivor Series because that's when we do the brands going against each
yeah,
other.
because
The
they.
Four Horsemen.
Well, the thing is that their fatal four-way in NXT was
so good. I cried.
amazing.
You're a softie.
Look, yo,
Sorry,
let me
I'm
tell you.
sorry.
Real.
They hugged after.
Oh, women hugging.
No. Let me make a little. Let's divert for a second and put this on pause. I was at home and I was like,
Masturbating to this match, I bet.
no, this is before the match came on, asshole. So listen, I went out to go grab some dinner. I went to this restaurant to go get some sushi. So I'm there. I'm like, you know what? There's an NXT show on, right? You know what? Let me see. Let me check it
was
out.
in Brooklyn.
No, this is the one that was on NXT. It was just, I don't think it was in Brooklyn. It was on a Thursday, on Wednesday.
No,
It was a live show that was televised during the week. I remember that.
I'm like, all
'Cause-
four of them was in Brooklyn.
No. I'm telling you. I remember it was. I had just came out of work. I was home with Allison. Then I was like, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna get some sushi. I'll be right back. So I'm at the sushi restaurant. I'm sitting at the bar waiting for my order to come out.
The bar.
Hey,
Are you the bar?
Oh, don't do this.
I'm
Okay.
at the bar.
Don't do this.
So listen.
Shout
so-
out to alcoholism.
It's not a problem unless I admit it. So anyway, so I'm sitting at the bar. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, oh, let me go into the network. I start looking at this match. I'm like, wow, this is really freaking good match. And it had just started. Yo, can I just tell you, my food was laying next to me at the bar. I'm sitting there with a glass of water, totally forgot about my food, and watched almost to the end of the match. That's how great that match was.
You were that enthralled?
That match had me. Ever since that time, I started watching NXT on a regular. I started following them on a regular. Go back, watch their Fatal 4-Way in NXT. Can't remember the exact. Dude, that match was amazing.
You and Roger are always trying to get me to watch NXT. All right, I'll go back and watch the match, but I doubt I'll be impressed.
If you can make Sonny forget about food, it's impressing.
Shout
Yeah.
out to the 4 horsewomen. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll take your
and honestly,
recommendation.
that statement that Tara just made, yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
yeah. If you got me, if you have me distracted that I forgot about food, the fat dude that I am, yes,
Sonny's serious about his food.
yeah. No, I'm very fucking serious about my
Food
food.
and Hennessy.
All right, I'll take your recommendation. I'll
Hennessy,
watch
not
it.
so much actually.
Anything-
Whiskey in general, yeah. You know,
Jeez. Shout out to whiskey. The only good thing coming out of Kentucky.
Not AJ Styles.
actually Tennessee.
I thought whiskey was from Kentucky.
Well, some is, but
He's
Jack
talking about
Daniels from
Jack
Tennessee.
Daniels, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Jack. I do like a good Jack. Now, see what I did there? See? Speaking of things I'd like to Jack, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe continued their...
Ooh, from that match.
Oh, I don't pay attention to my segues. Why
Oh,
are you?
okay.
Now she pays attention?
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
76 episodes in, now she's paying attention
Yeah,
to what
exactly.
I
Sorry,
say.
my bad.
Anyway.
Because AJ Styles looks like hot leather.
Ooh.
And
damn.
Samoa Joe is
Shout out to Kane.
The mayor of
He's the mayor.
Knox
Mayor
County.
of Tennessee, yes.
The Knox County, Tennessee, yeah. But anyway, yo,
Yeah,
AJ
nobody
Styles, honestly, I wasn't really feeling his promo. I'm again. This is another example. I'm looking forward to the match. Not looking for. I mean, if I have more Samoa Joe on the mic,
No.
I'm good with it. No, dude, Samoa
you
Joe.
want Samoa Joe on your
I need
mic.
less Samoa
No,
Joe.
on the mic, not my mic.
I need, ew.
No, no.
The only way this match works is if we just let them go out there and strong style the shit out of each other. Just
Which
beat
is
the
what they're
bloody
going
hell
to
out of each
do.
other.
Which is exactly what they're going to do. Which is why I can't wait
But
for.
I mean, I want the match to be
SummerSlam.
like 6 minutes. Boom, just let them go out there and beat each other down to a finish. Don't put these two in a storyline. Because to me, Samoa Joe, he's not a storyline type person. He's a brawler. Like, get him out there, get him back in.
I think I think starting it up is what's not working. But once they get into the mix of it, I think it's going to be really good.
Much like Viagra. What do you think about AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, Tara?
AJ Styles did not shut up. We went in circles about his kids. Cool, you got kids. You're going to be a good father. You're on the road. We get it. Nobody else cares. Like, nobody cares. Let it go. I was so bored.
In the immortal words of Tara, Merp.
Mer. It was so much mer.
Sorry, guys. Moving on. Speaking of Merp,
Daniel Bryan and The Miz.
shout out to Ms. and Mr. and Mrs. and whatever the hell
Or
that
Ms.
fucking
and
show
Mrs..
is. Whatever that
It's
show's
a-
called.
Yo, that
Good
show is pretty
show.
good, man.
It's good,
yeah,
right?
I was digging it. I was really digging it. By the way, all the listeners on our pre-SummerSlam episode, we are going to have Scott Yeager, the host of Challenge Mania, on the podcast with me and
Ooh.
Teddy, because Tara's going to be jet flying as usual.
Are you
And
Flair?
Mind your business.
Tara Flair.
yeah, Tara Flair, exactly.
Don't ever ask me about my business.
Ooh. Shout out to The Godfather.
Yeah, sorry, Michael Corleone. Fucking Michelle.
Oh, I miss The
Corleone.
Godfather's hose, don't you? I do.
Yeah,
Because pimping
ain't easy.
ain't easy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fabulous Moolah. So anyway,
Oh God!
Daniel
Those
Bryan
are the
and the
thoughts and opinions of Teddy
And Tara.
and Tara.
what did I do?
And they do not reflect the thoughts of Yep, I Like Wrestling.
I'm reporting the news. That's journalism.
Oh God!
Why I'm being crucified for that.
And that's journalism.
That's journalism. But anywho,
I
Daniel
fucking hate you
Bryan and
guys.
The Miz yet again. I can't.
Again, you know what's okay? Here's the problem with this particular match.
Everything. What? Go ahead.
We've had a lot of build up for this match that now we're just like, give us the fucking match. We don't want to have any more build up, but we're still 2 weeks away, so we have no choice. So yeah,
You want them to give it to you.
This match is going to suck. I feel it deep within my bone.
It's not gonna
that
suck. I
this
think it's
is
gonna be
Did
good.
you see
It's
what
not
I did?
gonna suck.
No, it
I know,
is.
in your bone.
In
I
my
heard.
bone.
I got
Deep
it.
within my bone. This
Yeah.
match is going to suck.
Lots of sexual references.
It
this
is.
podcast.
I know it is. I feel it. I feel it. It's going to suck. Watch.
Well-
you all are going to be so disappointed. Watch.
Well, one last thing I was gonna say about The Miz, you gotta check out Scott's interview with The Miz on Challenge Mania. It was good. Moving on, Shinsuke Nakamura defeating R-Truth.
I was watching that match for 3 minutes and I thought he was fighting Harriet Tubman.
Why is he still wrestling?
The oldest living Negro on the planet. And
Jesus.
he did the, what's the name of that kick that Shinsuke does? The Shisaska? I can't pronounce it.
Oh fuck! I can't
Neither
pronounce.
can you, apparently.
Shit.
Roger, if you're listening, how do you
Kinyasa.
pronounce
Oh wait.
that?
Kinyasa.
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 You calling for Roger again?
Between him and Kevin, they're the only one who knows these wrestling terms. Kinyasa. That's like Kenya. Kinyasa. Kinya. That's a funny word to say when you're high.
So is
Kinyasa.
Roger.
Oh, shout out to Roger. Oh yeah, so Shinsuke Nakamura did the Kinyasa kick to R-Truth, and nothing came out but petroleum jelly that you put in your hair. That's all that came out.
Yo, like
That's
the
all
petroleum
I get.
jelly in Tara's back pocket.
You know, oh goodness. Shout out to fighting.
And a razor blade under my tongue.
Ooh.
Hello.
Yo, you know what? I went to school with this dude, and he used to tell me about how his mom used to carry razor blades in her mouth all the time. And I believed it because I saw her.
Did you never know?
I went to school with a boy who carried me in his mouth all the time. Now, you see how I tied those two together, Tara? That's how you're supposed to do this podcast. Pay attention. Write that down with your lemony hands.
Who's the three?
Speaking of the Bludgeon Brothers,
So,
Who's the three?
I believe they're titled 3SK.
Oh, I'm sorry. I fell asleep.
Did you?
not surprised.
Not surprised.
It's okay because they were like, and now up the three.
All right, so wait. Here's my thing about this particular match. It was the ultimate fucking disrespect.
It was.
So those of you at home, not everybody watches SmackDown live. Sometimes people watch it either on
Hulu.
If you watch it on Hulu, you didn't see it. If you watched it on some other platform, you didn't see it. When the Bludgeon Brothers came out and they went to commercial, they did a backstage segment with 3SK. But you didn't see the backstage segment
You
because
couldn't hear it. You
no,
could
you couldn't.
see
I mean,
it.
you could. Yeah, exactly.
Well-
you couldn't hear it, but you saw it because they were playing the commercials next to it.
Yes.
So it was like, okay, so what the hell is going on?
Who are these jabronis? But they look somewhat interesting. So I was like, oh, who are these people? You couldn't hear a word they said because fucking the Moto Zone commercial was playing on the side. Fucking
Exactly.
Todd Chrisley commercial was playing on the. Todd Chrisley is the gayest man I've ever met, including myself.
Straightest, gayest.
Oh
straight,
my God.
Gayest
no.
straight man.
He's so gay he could sit on ice cream and tell you if it's Ben and Jerry's. He's fucking gay. I can't stand this man. But anyway, 3SK, and I'm like, well, who is it? Because one of them had a Samoan tattoo. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, is he a Samoan? Don't know.
No.
Then they came out and lost to the Bludgeon Brothers, and then the announcers were making fun of them as well. So it's like, wow,
Yeah.
these poor guys got no love on SmackDown.
Yeah, it was mad disrespectful. Plus, one of them, their last name was Rivera, and you know, I have a specific feeling about that.
Shout out to all the Riveras out there. Inbreeding since the 1800s. Now, 3SK.
I'm a Rivera, dick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought we were talking about last names.
I thought your name was Sofrito.
Yeah, I
which
thought
is-
your last name was Sofrito.
which is Spanish for alcoholism. I didn't know that was it. I didn't know that was it. Your real name. So you and Chris Black going around with your little aliases, I see. All right.
I got warrants.
So are 3SK local competitors or are they real people?
I've tried to Google them and I can't find anything but that one match that they had, and then a lot of Arabic.
There was some random local competitors that they put together and just gave them a gimmick.
That
and
is terrible.
either
that's
that
terrible.
or either that or there was some dudes in Orlando that were working at a gas station. Like, yo, come on, we got you.
Shout out to
a
gas
gas
stations
station?
everywhere. Gas is too damn high. Anyhow, speaking of things that are high, the New Day took on the Bar.
Are you the bar? I'm the bar.
I hate to say
I'm at a
this.
bar.
I'm always at the bar.
Always. You too. I don't know.
I end up there by accident.
My God.
I call it a drinking exhibition. I make it an Olympic sport.
I bet you do. Gold medalists all around me
It's
with
a
the two
race,
of
not
you.
a marathon.
Meanwhile, she's 8 Pinots in right now, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
It's better than 8 penises. Thanks. How was your
Speak
weekend?
for yourself. And what I do on Mother's Day is my business. Thank you.
Can
for
we
putting
please
that-
move on?
That's what he said. Anyway, I hate to say this. That was a good match.
It was a pay-per-view worthy match. It was actually a
They
big
just wrestled.
No, they were out there. They were
Nah.
on something.
Nah.
I don't know what got into
Nah,
Coffee's
man.
ass. See what I did there?
Oh.
I don't know what got in his ass.
Jesus.
But they were out there doing. And every time I say, you know what, it's time for the New Day to break up, they go out there and put on a match. And I'm like, damn you, son of a bitch, you're wrong.
It's not time for them to break up yet. Don't say
Apparently
don't
not.
put-
Not after that
Yeah.
match.
Nah, that
Don't
match
put it in
was
the universe.
amazing.
Cesaro delivered. Sheamus delivered.
Cesaro always delivers.
Even Elijah, who was on the outside, was still doing his bit. I'm like, wow, they can still
Elijah, Xavier Woods.
Oh my God.
Elijah. Give him a
Why
slave
do I
name.
always call that boy? Oh, Jesus.
Damn. The thoughts and opinions of Tyra don't
Yay!
represent Teddy.
That's gonna get edited out.
Everyone delivered in that match. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it was a great match, man. Honestly, I forgot that I was watching SmackDown.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, speaking of something that we forgot, we forgot about Zelina Vega and Lana.
The ladies.
Did we?
Fucking
Okay, Cien walked out with Zelina Vega. Does that ring a bell?
He looked so good in that gray suit. And then when he got on the rope and he bent over to say something to Zelina,
again.
it was Cake City. I'm all for it.
Cake City. I
It
gotta
was
watch this
Cake
again.
City. It was Cake by the Ocean, let me tell you. Cien could get it.
Anyway,
You know who can't get it? Zelina. She can't because she's too short. She can't reach it. That's how, because I'm tall. You see what I did there?
Yep, got it.
But Zelina versus Lana, which spelled backwards, is anal.
Oh,
A lot of people
God.
don't know that. A lot of people don't know
Well,
that.
you know what?
This is Reading Rainbow. On this
If we're
podcast.
gonna start talking about names spelled backwards, I gotta say Naomi's name spelled backwards is Imone.
Oh, shout out to Jimmy and Jay, because you know they both hit that.
God.
And-
She looks like a moaner.
no.
She looks like a moaner.
And Sarah's
Jesus.
spelled backwards is a rat.
Oh, dear.
Oh yeah, you are a rat.
For those of you who don't know what a wrestling rat is, it's basically a wrestling groupie who just hangs around.
Ring rat.
Ring rat, yes. Trying to get the D, as they say in Newark, from wrestlers. That's a wrestling term. So, guys, do you guys have any favorite wrestling terms that only the smarks would know, as we call them?
Shouldn't people know what smarks are? Because not everybody does.
Why don't you tell them? So tell the people listening, what is a smark?
So, a smark is basically a smart mark. And to break that down, a mark is basically a hardcore fan that knows wrestling is what it is, which is choreographed, scripted, whatever. And a smart mark is a smart ass type of mark fan that's like know-it-all for the most part.
Shout out to Kevin Wood.
Yeah. Love you, Kevin.
He's a wrestling nerd, actually. He's not a smark. He's a wrestling nerd. The boy knows everything.
Yeah, he just knows everything. He doesn't do it in a douchey way.
No.
No, yeah, he
He
does.
just
it.
knows
Yeah.
everything. Like he knows the most obscure matches.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Kevin, one of us misses you. Anywho, do you guys have a favorite term?
Go ahead, Tara.
I'm gonna always go back to this term, and it's gonna be blading.
Oh,
It's gonna, because every single time I would think that they were like cutting. I didn't think they were cutting themselves open until I became of a certain age where my dad was like, "Nah, they were using razors." Because the whole time I thought it was blood packets. I know it's blood packets now.
I mean, it's not blood packets now.
Shut up! No, they're not still cutting themselves now, are they?
well, blood is pretty much a no-no as we speak.
To
at
a certain
this.
degree,
Yeah.
but I mean,
I think Brock opened up Randy the hard way. That was the last piece of
yeah,
blood
but,
we got.
but like that was like an intentional hard way, because like
we need to explain what a hard way is.
Oh.
See, we're doing these wrestling
Oh.
terms. Yeah, what's a hard way?
so a hard way when you're cut open the hard way, it basically means it was unintentional. So if you're in a wrestling match and all of a sudden you bang yourself in a way that you were not supposed to and you start bleeding, you got cut the hard way. As opposed to an intentional, when you're blading, is when you're actually cutting yourself open.
With a razor blade that is usually tucked into a wrestler's
Either
tape.
the tape.
It's in the tape.
Yeah, I mean,
I've heard the referees sometime hand it to you.
exactly.
But back in the day, blading was a common occurrence. Any match with Flair and Funk and
Foley.
Foley. Oh, Abdullah the Butcher, for
Oh,
heaven's
forget
sake.
that. Yeah, I mean that dude used to bring his fork out.
Oh, yes, bloodbaths.
You know what the crazy thing is about that too is that how they would blade, because like there was like different ways that they would blade. Some would just cut themselves across the forehead, and then I was listening to, I think it was Stone Cold's podcast where they were talking about the best way to blade, and it was to put the blade into your forehead and twist it until it pops.
Yeesh.
No.
Yeah, and so that it wasn't as damaging as cutting across your forehead, because those cuts after time, they hard to close.
Flair can actually open up his own forehead just by
Yeah.
pounding his forehead. That's how many times he's bladed over the years. He did an actual promo on Raw where he just began to
But he also
pound himself.
he did that very same thing on WCW as well as on TNA.
Yep.
So-
These old timers, they did it.
I had a friend of mine. Is a friend of a friend that I had met. We were having a conversation. He was an old school wrestler, actually wrestler in Dominican Republic.
Do love
Which-
the Dominicans.
Hey man,
Shout out
my
to Dominicano.
my brother from another mother. My brother from another mother is Dominican. Shout out to Alcy out in Florida. Miss you, dude. So basically, this friend of mine, his name is Johnny. It's almost like a calling card. It's kind of like one of those hidden handshakes where like you go up to a wrestler and you look at each other and it's like, hey, you kind of point to your forehead and it's like you know that you're part of the club. So it was something that he told me that I was like, wow, I never knew that. You know, it's kind of crazy that, you know, you've.
It's like the ladies on the Upper East Side, when they see the other lady got Botox, they point at each other like, hey,
Yeah.
girl.
Shout out to the Real Housewives of
I
Alimony.
can't move my forehead either, girl.
Yeah, basically, that's the same shit.
Quick trivia. What is it called when a person is bladed? Starts with a C, Tara. They're getting what?
Cut.
Color.
Thank
Oh,
you,
sorry.
Sonny, for God's sake.
No, I don't read into any of that. I'm traumatized.
She's still in denial.
Yeah.
She's still in
They're
denial.
getting packeted.
Jesus. Sonny, do you have a favorite wrestling term?
Yeah, and you know what's funny? It's just because of the way it sounds, not so much because of what it is. I'm a fan of the dusty finish.
Oh. Yes. For those of you listening, a dusty finish is when a guy doesn't come in. I'm sorry.
Hey!
what?
He farts.
That may be a different dusty finish.
Yeah,
Why
that's
don't you
that's
tell-
way
I'm sorry,
that's
this
a
is
very different dusty
Shout out
finish.
to Pornhub. Do you tell us about your dusty finish?
Is it with farting?
Oh,
No, it's not with.
When you crop dust somebody, it's when you fart and you walk away.
Yeah,
No.
that's not the same thing.
Okay.
She's so sexy, isn't she, Sonny? she's so hot.
She's a 5-year-old.
So I'm single. Thanks, God.
Shout out to single and depression.
Shout out to loneliness.
Oh, Natalia. But enough about her.
Oh shit.
What is a
Hello,
dusty
darkness,
finish?
my
Does
So
it have
a
anything
dusty-
to do with Dusty Road?
So a dusty finish is basically like an unclear finish. It's one of those things where, say for instance, championship match ends in a disqualification or a count out that the heel champions, which is typically done with, the championship
You're
goes back
getting
to
ahead
them.
of yourself. What's a heel? You keep using these terms and people don't know what they are. What's a heel?
Shit, a heel is a bad guy.
Yes.
A face, aka a baby face, is a good guy.
Thank you, sir.
And a heel has a tendency to screw the baby face. Not in that way.
Screw.
I'm listening. Please
Not in
continue.
that way.
All these words.
Shout out to Sonny and Shawn Michaels. What happened there? But that's a rat. But no.
Sunny days are ahead of us.
Oh,
Anyway.
sunny days for us all. Shout out to Sabu. So a dusty finish. Is there any examples of a dusty finish in recent history?
So here's an example of a dusty finish. Daniel Bryan winning the championship at Night of Champions 2013, right?
Okay.
But it was overturned because of a fast count.
Okay.
So that's an example of what a dusty finish is. It's whenever there's, a finish that doesn't make sense and they end up either overturning it or keeping it with the champion. So
Once upon a time, the Brooklyn Brawler fought Triple H on a Monday Night Raw, and he actually won. But it was overturned due to a fast count. So that would be an example of a very funny dusty finish.
which is the dusty finish is named after the person that made it popular, which is Dusty Rhodes, who's the legend of
R.I.P.
all legends.
The American Dream.
Yeah, baby, I'm talking about you, baby. This is how we're gonna do it. One more time, baby.
That's right, baby. Hard times.
Hard times.
You know what's funny? I talk like Dusty Rhodes when I'm drunk.
Yes,
What?
you do.
This is a thing.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
Because actually, I do know that I speak like Dusty Rhodes when after I've had a lot of drinks.
Bruce Pritchard does a great Dusty impression. Actually, he does a few good impressions.
No, you know who does an amazing Dusty impression? And it was Simon Gotch.
Oh, really?
Check out our interview with Simon Gotch on our YouTube channel. He does an amazing Dusty Rhodes impression. Like, it was crazy. And the thing is that the stuff that he filmed with us, that was a little bit compared to what he did at the actual party that he hosted for us a while back. So, but anyway, yeah, Dusty Finish has always been like one of those terms that I just find it funny. You know, it's a funny term.
It is.
It is.
You know, any other terms you have, Teddy?
What's your favorite?
Ring rat, because it's a derogatory term, and it's fun to think of someone, you know, hanging around, just waiting for a wrestler to look her way. Yeah.
Is it still a thing? Do we think it's still a thing?
Oh, it
Since
has
they're,
to
like,
be.
dating each other so much. Like, do you think that, like...
I think that's the exact reason we have ring rats, because men get sick of seeing these same, for lack of a better term, let's call them the divas. So
Women, female, superstars. Women, superstars. Superstars. Superstars with a vagina.
Female superstars is actually appropriate.
Women superstars. 'cause a
Female
female could be anything.
superstars.
Like, I'm just saying.
So they go from town to town.
You know
and
what? I'm going to
maybe-
stop talking now. I'll be the icing for you. Is that
Oh,
better? Is that what you
goodness.
want? You want me to be the icing on the cake
Relax,
of this podcast?
Michelle McCool. Anyway,
I think we know who that is.
I see what you did there, Sonny. But you know, they go to town. There's a pretty girl in the front row. Maybe she's wearing a DX t-shirt, and you know she's hanging around backstage.
I mean, it's basically the same as a groupie. It's just a groupie for
a
wrestling.
groupie for wrestling.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, you know, there's groupies and everything.
There have been famous rats who have become, you know, things. Shout out to Tammy Lynn Sitch. Sonny. The other Sonny. Not
Yeah.
this Sonny.
Hey, me.
Paul Heyman.
Paul
Heyman's a rat?
He was a ring rat. That's how he started. He would go to all the shows
Yeah,
and wait
but is it
around.
a ring rat or a
What?
fanboy?
Not
Which is a kind of
good.
another term. Because, I mean, the dude basically became...
Oh, because if it's a female, it's a ring rat. But if it's a dude, it's a fanboy. Please
well,
elaborate.
unless the fanboy is getting sexual, and then there's a whole... Then he's a ring
Shout
rat.
out to Orlando Jordan.
Oh, God.
Hey, that's a story that really happened. I don't make them up. I just report it. Because this is called journalism.
Jesus, please.
But yeah, Sonny, ring rat. I can't really call Terry Reynolds a rat because she actually married her wrestler, but he met her in the crowd. She was
yeah.
backstage, and there they was.
I
And 20 years
know.
later, here comes Dakota. Shout out to Dakota Reynolds.
Oh, my God.
Gorgeous, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Terry and Goldust's daughter, Dakota,
Okay.
hot to death.
All right. Never,
My other favorite word is, and I don't know how to pronounce it. I want to say kayfabe. I never could say that word right.
K-Fabe.
She does.
kayfabe. You know what's
There
funny?
it is.
I've grown to really love that term.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what it was at first.
It's a work.
Shout out to Cap WWE.
Yo, let me tell you something. The funny thing is that with getting more and more into doing everything wrestling related, you know, because, you know, it started off as a small passion. Now it's become a little bit more of a business.
Taking over our lives.
And taking
It
over
is.
our lives, yes, and everything
I'm
else.
an abused wife.
Same.
Every time Sonny calls me,
Put too much pepper in
I
here. Boom,
cry.
boom, boom.
And here, Tana, and here.
You know, oh yeah, laying down in closets. Yes, I'm abused.
Hey, that was for sound.
I fell almost down off a balcony in Miami
See?
trying to record.
We are abused. We
Yeah,
are emotionally
It was really bad.
abused.
I didn't make it.
You'll get over it. So, the funny thing is that I find myself using wrestling terms
Wrestling.
in like my everyday life.
Yes.
No.
Like seriously. Like when I see someone that's totally like, you know, someone that's totally full of shit, in my head I'm like, it's a work.
a work.
When someone is like getting pissed with me or I piss somebody off, I'm like, shit, I just gave him heat. I'm getting heat.
Yes.
I got some heat.
Got some heat.
It's a rib.
Oh yeah, if I'm cracking jokes on people, which I'm always doing, yeah, I'm pulling a rib. So
If I've done something bad, I will say, yeah, I was a heel, or I did something heel. Like, that was heel, Teddy.
I hear that we are heels all the time. Not Sonny, but just me and you.
Um,
Are we a stable?
I guess the podcast can be considered a stable. We're the Yep stable.
yeah, I mean, I was
Yep,
gonna say
we're
you,
stable.
you guys are. I would actually say more unstable, but yeah,
Oh,
the unstable stable.
shout out to mental
What a
illness.
cheap
Yes.
hit that was.
Yeah, I guess we are stable, but yeah, there are a lot of wrestling terms that seep into everyday lexicon.
I don't want to be a stable anymore. I'm tapping out.
Oh.
And a tap out, for those of you who don't know, is when you're getting it from behind and you can't take it anymore. Wait a minute, I think I've
No,
gotten
that means when
wrong.
you're giving up.
Oh, I see. I always confuse those two. Always. Anywho,
You know what's funny?
what was that?
Strong style?
I call that too.
Strong style, then you tap out?
I call Fridays at work my go home.
Oh, yes. That's when the referee says, end this match.
Yeah.
Do it quickly. I go home after 37 minutes, Sonny. 37
Whoa.
minutes. That's my limit.
I really don't want to fucking know that shit.
Too late. Too
I
late.
really don't want to know.
When I'm about to come, I often say, Sonny, take us home. Much like I'm about to do right now. Sonny, take us home. See what I did there?
Do it now. Go ahead.
called a wraparound.
Do it.
Those are the thoughts and opinions of Teddy, and they do not represent the
Funny
thoughts or
thing is,
opinions
Chad has sent it back to me.
of
So
yes.
Sonny, take us home. You don't want to hear that, in the darkened room. You're like, how do you know what Sonny, take us home means?
I really
is
don't want to know
journalism.
any of this shit.
This is our lives now. You have created this monster. This is our lives now.
You've done this.
The funniest thing is you tell me that you asked your boyfriend to wash the dishes, and he said,
Sonny's not gonna like this. He doesn't even fucking know Sonny. He's talking about you and Tara going up. You don't know Tara. What are you questioning me about this thing? This fucking
We were on
podcast has
FaceTime together.
ruined my life, this podcast. In any event, Sonny, my Uber's here. Take us home, please.
Ubers don't go to Newark. He's a liar.
Shout out to the George Washington Bridge.
well, thank you for joining us. This
Assisting
is
in suicides for years.
Oh my God. We need one last disclaimer.
The views and opinions expressed by Teddy are his and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of Yep, I Like Wrestling.
so. Yeah, thank you for joining us for episode 33 of the Yep I Like Wrestling podcast.
33.
Yeah,
Dear
You're
God.
officially looking for a husband.
it's the yeah.
Our ovaries are drying up.
Yes.
This would be either the Jesus episode
Shout out to Catholicism.
or the Patrick Ewing episode for all my fellow Nick fans out there.
I think I'm going to go with Ewing.
Shout out to never getting a ring.
You know what?
The views and opinions expressed by Teddy are his and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of Yep, I Like Wrestling.
At all.
Wildin' out.
Thanks for joining us. Please make sure you check us out. Follow us on all platforms at YEPILW. Also, don't forget August 18th, we're doing our NXT viewing party at Legends
Ricochet, I slid out of the chair.
starting at 7 p.m. And we're doing our SummerSlam viewing party at Legends as well, starting at 5 p.m. on Sunday, August
5
19th.
p.m.
Yes, trust me, we'll have people lined up outside at 4:30.
I'm VIP, bruh. I don't even know.
Do we have
I'm
to wait
hosting.
online?
I don't wait online.
With the
Like,
other marks.
What are we?
Well,
yeah.
you know what? I'll let you know this. Let's see how you guys behave over the next couple of weeks.
brother.
Yeah, we ain't getting.
We ain't getting We better go watch this shit at
Yeah, we
Best Buy. That's what we always.
No. Do I get blue Jolly Ranchers?
Oh, shout out to Blue Tongues everywhere.
Oh,
Well,
I don't want those. Never mind. Take it back. I take it back.
Yeah.
Hello.
and I am Sonny Sofrito, and today I was joined by.
The princess and spoiled brat of Yep, I Like Wrestling.
Ain't that the truth?
Hello, Glamazon.
And
The greatest general manager in Yep, I Like Wrestling history. And I'm still wet.
I don't want to be knowing this shit. Anyway, take care. Have a great week.
Bye.
All they're doing is
Burp
Oh,
on the mic.
yeah.
Burp on the mic. There you go.
all
Sexy.
all they're doing.
What is with you and Roger? Always trying to get me to watch NXT. I can't do this. I can't. I will quit the show as soon as it's done.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
Please don't make my editing harder than it has to be.
You know, it's her.
It is.
Why am I wet? See? And I fell into that one myself. And I stepped into that one all by myself.
Nah, it's better than the Chris Benoit.
All right, listen.
It took me forever.
I need to pause this podcast for a second
What's going on here?
because Tara, who is drinking water with lemon, decided to take her lemon out of her glass like the typical 5-year-old that she is,
What is in her mouth?
and put it in her mouth and just smile at both of
I
us.
know. She's like, yeah.
Teddy didn't break though. Teddy didn't break.
'Cause that's called professionalism.
He wanted to. I was gonna hear about it later.
You are the typical 5-year-old.
I'm a spoiled brat. It's fine. I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
Sucking on a lemon.
It's still my birthday months.
Months.
This is the longest birthday. My word.
Oh God.
It's my second birthday episode. Hello, thank you.
Second birthday episode.
Yeah, we had Dolph Ziggler and Shinsuke. No, that didn't work out. Sorry.
It's not my fault the Knicks are the Bret Hart of
Can you stop
basketball.
talking about the Knicks before I
Yo,
have to fight you? bro?
really? What? We're about to fight in here. Yo.
Oh, here we go. The Knicks are tough. They can take disappointment.
What about the fans though?
They're terrible.
Fuck you.
Poor things. Poor things.